Morning, guys. Hope you're all well. Just wanted to share an experience that I had with you this morning. I don't know, it's really weird. It's like a lot of you, I just want a quiet life and get on with the work. But I don't know, this morning I just had like a really bit of a strange experience, and I kind of wanted to just sort of talk about it. And if you can sort of take some learning from it, maybe in one way or another, or if it can help somebody, then it's been a positive experience. I had a customer or client that I've never read for before. She phoned me from London this morning, and we got talking and everything, and she started asking about how I work and the way I work and everything else, which is fine. I don't have a problem with people asking me, but when they're sort of sending you 20 questions before you've even sort of said hello, it's your first alarm bell, really. Anyway, this sort of customer kept on and chatting away, and it transpired that she wanted to have a reading with me, but she was very particular about what she wanted to know. And she actually wanted to know questions that the spirit world just are not going to give, or the tarot are not going to show me. And, some people might say, well, how do you know you haven't read for her? And it's like she was wanting to change people around her's input and energies. And unfortunately, we can guide people as best as possible, but you can't change someone else's learning. And it might be really frustrating if you're in that position, but you can't physically change someone's mindset just because you would like them to. And she basically wanted to know the impossible. And I sort of made it clear to her, me personally as a reader, that's not how I work. So I felt a reading actually wouldn't be beneficial, so I actually refused to read for her. Now, I've had this a couple of times in the past, and usually people accept it for what it is and they go on their way. But she then proceeded to give me so much abuse on the phone, and I just thought, you know what, this is crazy. She's actually insulting me as a medium, as a reader, as a human being, you know. And I don't know, I just don't get it really. It's just really weird. And I understand that people can be desperate and, can be craving or really wanting to know information, but there has to be a cut-off point, and sometimes people's demands are just way too much. And I guess the point of this really is just saying, if you're a reader yourself and you find yourself ever in this position, know and trust that you can actually value yourself as a reader, and that it's okay to say no to somebody. You're in control at all times of the process. That's the before stages, the in between, and the after. And obviously, the work we do is not coming from us, it's coming from the spirit world and the higher realms. But at the same time, we have to be the face to face person that they see or deal with. Anyway, it just got a joke in the end, so I disconnected the call. I wished this woman well and sent her on her way basically. And it's a shame because, some readers don't work the same way, unfortunately, and she'll probably phone somebody else or go and see somebody else, and they'll be quite happy to take her money, and they'll tell her things, and they might give her false promises, and who knows, she may get the answers that she's looking for, and I wish her well with that. But when you're sort of trying to change someone's input and someone else's mindset, you can't do that, because it's like there's learning for that person. That is going to be what makes them grow. And it might kill you at times inside, emotionally, but you know what? It's beyond your control, and it's something you just have to work through yourself, because in a way there's learning involved for you as well. And someone said to me a while ago, actually, in a reading I had, I don't often have readings, but I did have a reading recently with, she's one of my friends, actually, Lucy Guy. She's an amazing psychic and guidance reader. She works with the tarot also. So big shout out to Lucy Guy. She's based in Frome. I would highly recommend her. And she actually said to me once, don't ever feel you need to prostitute yourself to get a reading, and that's really stuck with me, and I've always kind of had that mentality anyway, but it was nice that that was reaffirmed, because occasionally I do turn events down and different things for whatever reason. They don't always sit right with me energetically wise, or it could be a number of reasons. And it just reaffirmed that actually, you know what, yeah, that's okay, I don't have to do that. And as a reader, sometimes we can fall into these traps. So if you're starting out as a reader, or if you are a professional reader yourself, you know what it's like. And it's like, sometimes, especially when we work full time, we do wonder and think, oh my God, where's our next kind of reading coming from? We do have those patterns, and it's like with any profession, you get good and bad. If you go to see a hairdresser, you can get a good haircut or a bad haircut. If you see a builder, you might get a good builder who does a fantastic job of your extension, or you might have a crap one who does a shit job. Do you know what I mean? So there's good and bad in all. And, if by me turning down this particular client makes me a bad reader, then I'm quite happy to be a bad reader, because for me it's about morals as well. And yes, we work with spirit and the higher realms, but we are in control of who we let through our doors as well, and who we choose to read for. And for me, this just wasn't correct energetically wise, but to have that abuse that went with it, I just really did not understand that mentality. And sometimes I think what my main message is, always value yourself and set those boundaries for you, because actually you are in control at all times, and it is okay to say no to people for whatever reason. If it just doesn't feel right, it's not going to work, is it, at the end of the day? And it's about valuing yourself and getting self-respect. And I think that's really important. So I just wanted to share that experience with you, because I almost feel a bit like, what the hell was that all about? And it wasn't a quick conversation. This went on for like 10 and 20 minutes. And I don't want to feed the negative energy from this. I want to be clear on that, because obviously, then you're just going to find yourself in a continual loop. I just want to sort of make people aware that if you ever find yourself in that random position, stick to your guns, stick to your gut feelings, and know that actually it's okay to say no. And I mean, I actually did ask my guides, and I sort of called them in and asked them, and they were sort of saying, just don't go there. Why would you want to go there? Why would you encourage that kind of behaviour? You wouldn't. And I think any reader that's got morals and values would understand that, really. So yeah, that's really my video today. It might seem a bit random and a bit weird, but I just wanted to share the experience with you, because I don't get these very often. But when I do, it's a bit strange, and I just wanted to turn it into a positive experience, really. So if you're at that stage where you're reading, or you're wanting to become a full-time reader, or you are a full-time reader, always know and trust in your heart of hearts that you work the way you work. Okay, and I know for a fact there's 1,000 readers in this world. She's going to just go to somebody else who'd be quite happy to take her money. And, she may get what she's looking for. Like I say, I wish her well if she gets that. The chances are she won't, because I don't think she's going to get what she wants, because it's an impossible situation. I know that spirit would never tell me that, and I know the cards wouldn't show me that. So if a reader wants to sort of fill her head with nonsense, then that's fine. But it's always about boundaries, and, I think spirit sometimes chuck these little tests in, particularly where we've had a lot going on, almost to just check your integrity as well, and that you're still worthy of working for them. Because, I very much feel that I serve for spirit, okay? And, I think that was a little test for me today, where I've been so caught up in my move and everything else, and re-establishing myself. It's almost like, right, we'll chuck that in just to make sure you're still working from the correct, source, really, if you like. So yeah, anyway, that's my little ramblings for today. I just wanted to share it with you, and have a great week, guys, and see you soon. Take care. Bye.